help you?
Yeah, can I get a medium black double cup and one plain Timbit for the dog?
Sure, come on up here.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi.
So it's 2:15.
Wait your turn. Thank you. Okay, so we're off for the weekend. We're gonna do a little bit of a canoe backcountry canoe excursion, canoe trip. 2-night, 3 days, 2 nights. Everything's loaded up back there. I got Misty with me. Misty, come say hi, Misty. Misty, she's back there chilling out. So it should be a lot of fun. Hopefully we'll catch some walleye. The plan is to drop the canoe in the lake. It's a lake that I've been to before. I'm familiar with the lake. And there's a spot in particular I want to go camp out on. So the plan, drop the canoe, go set up camp, get firewood going, all that kind of stuff. And do some night fishing. Hopefully catch some walleye. I want a fish fry tonight. I really want a fish fry tonight. So we'll see if we can make that happen. And then tomorrow we're gonna paddle out and we're gonna do a portage across to another lake that I've never been on. I'm unfamiliar with these waters. And I haven't even spoken to anybody that knows anything about this lake. So stick around. Backcountry fishing, Northern Ontario. Should be a lot of fun. The weather's supposed to cooperate. Beautiful out here today. Supposed to be beautiful all weekend. And yeah, let's do this. Hi, Misty. Hi, big girl. Okay, so we made it to the lake. Can't get any easier than this. The canoe is literally right out of the back of the truck, right in the water. Let's get geared up. Let's get out there. Beautiful day. Let's not waste any time. A little bit of comfort for Misty. All right. Just leaving a boat launch. And it's high noon. The sun is above. It's gorgeous hot. And we're about to take off on a paddle. This is my spot. The line's in the water. You're gonna be on the water. The line's gotta be in. Today's gonna be a little bit of a trial and error. This is the first time I load the canoe, this canoe, this heavy. This canoe is a new acquisition for me. And although I've been out several times with it, I haven't been out with a bunch of gear. Just the pack for the day and the fishing gear. Of course, a dog. And so yeah, today we'll see how the solo canoe performs with a good load on. And so far, it feels good, real good. So you may hear some traffic as the boat launch is actually right off the highway. Ah, here comes a truck now. It's Friday, but it's noon. A lot of cottagers, and well, this area not so much cottagers, but the weekend warrior campers. You're all going to be gearing up and heading out today for the weekend. I'm quite fortunate I got the day off, so I'm able to come out here ahead of everybody, beat the crowds. And where I'm going, I'm not expecting to see anybody at all. Really not anticipating to run into anybody. We're pretty secluded, pretty backcountry here. Most of the traffic that's going to be running around these backwoods over this weekend will be travel trailers. So hopefully I catch something on the way out. Oop, what is going on here? Oh, I got a fish on. Look at that. Oh. Or is that a twig? I think I just snagged a piece of Canada. Oh, what the hell? Oh yeah. Well, we broke the ice. Let's see. Well, come here. Come here. Pretty feisty little guy. There we go. Oh man, he really sucked that in too. There you go, boys. How many people do you see lip a pike? Ah, there we go. Come here. See if I can get my hook out of him without having to dig out some pliers. because I haven't taken out my fishing gear yet. There you go. There you go, folks. Lipping the pike. Bye-bye, buddy. Just a snot rocket, as we call it. All right, let's rebait and do that again. Oh, never mind on the rebaiting. There's my bait right there. Midday like this, I'm not expecting to catch any walleye. This is not walleye time of day. But the bass would be okay. That current that I'm in right now is actually deceivingly strong. There's an outflow just ahead. We're gonna paddle back where we came from. Might as well. We're here now. This is actually the spot that I want to come in tonight and do some night fishing. Beauty out here, just awesome. You look at the landscape ahead of you. Right behind me there, you can see some really nice landscape. Let me see about turning this around here. Hi, pretty girl. Why don't you lay down? Oh, what do I have here? Nope, touching bottom. I'm getting little hits. At first I thought I was touching bottom, but they feel like perch. Those suckers will rob your bait every time. I bet you I got robbed. Yeah. Figured. Okay, let's turn this puppy around. Try that again. So far I'm getting action. Pretty good for midday. In this kind of heat, bass action I'd be more happy with. don't you lay down, Misty? Yeah, why don't you lay down here, goofball? Hey, Goofus. Yeah, you're enjoying the scenery as well. Alright, we're coming up on that tiny little rock island that we're going to camp out. So I'm not actually going to be on shore. I got this tiny little island, and it has plenty of firewood on it. Some dead black spruce on there, and this is where we're going to make our home for the next couple of nights. Let's do a quick paddle around the island and find a good spot to land. Sometimes it could be hard to land a canoe, believe it or not. Especially back here, this is all exposed bedrock, and if you don't want to bang up your canoe, you sometimes have to plan your landings quite well, because you're gonna bang it up. You're gonna bang it up no matter what. No matter how hard you try, you're gonna gain some scratches. Alright, so I don't have a whole lot of options for the pitching a tent. This right here, where the saw is, be about the end of the tent, right up to about here. The only really good spot. It's not the flattest, but it is covered in this moss, and poked away. I plucked out a few sharp rocks. Overall, it's pretty good. It's gonna give me some cushion. We'll see. So I'll have to put on a diagonal between these rocks, and maybe the fire pit can go probably where the pack is, or maybe up here. We'll see. Time will tell. Once I clear out a few more twigs and branches, I'll get it set up, and I'll bring it back on and show you what I got going on. In the meantime, the black flies are out, and Misty is having a hard time with it. Poor girl. But you know what? They're not crazy. She knows if she goes into that cedar bush, it's better. Alright, so there's my view, by the way, of what I'm going to have to look out to tonight when the sun goes down. Bring it back in a bit. Well, after a little bit of renegotiating, I decided to turn the tent the other direction. It's better that way, but there's a tree in my way behind it. It's gonna be in my way for the fly, which is not a big deal. I'm gonna cut that tree down because he's gonna be firewood tonight. So I'll break out the little compact saw, get him out of the way, and continue getting set up, and then figure out where I'm gonna put this fire pit. And oh, by the way, black flies are back out. There you are. Where did you disappear to? It's an island. There's only so much room, places you can go. Well, the wind died down. The black flies came out in hordes. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah. Time for a cold one. camp out pills. Yeah, we need that right now. Ever notice mosquitoes, they'll follow you in and they're after your blood. Black flies, they're after your blood. They're thirsty for you. But when you're indoors, they don't bother you. When you're indoors, they want to go out. Black flies don't like to be indoors. They always try to find a way out. They lose all interest in sucking you dry. Don't know why that is. Could be in your car, don't matter. Black flies, if they come in, it's by accident, and once they're in that glass and they want to get out. They don't care about you. Mosquitoes can be laying in bed at night sleeping, and they're after you. I'm gonna go for a swim after this beer. Cool down in a little bit. I've already got the fire pit mostly built. I'll touch it up a little bit. And then off to buck up that tree I cut down. He's going to be firewood tonight. Maybe tomorrow night as well. We'll see how much burning we're going to do. It all depends. I really don't want to be stuck sitting in the tent if the flies are really bad. But if I have to, I have to. We'll see when the time comes. Well, there it is. Built my fire pit. A little bit of a brush pile waiting to get lit later on tonight. A little bit of firewood. And Misty's stuck in the tent. Misty, what are you trying to do, big girl? There's nobody here. Oh boy. Okay, come on. I have neighbors right there. See right there? We got a beaver house, and it is an active beaver. They were not too happy with me earlier. They were making a ruckus, slapping their tails. Maybe I'll hear them tonight, who knows. Let's keep on cruising. Now, tomorrow, the plan is to paddle off this lake and go to a different lake. And where I'm going is going to be right down that channel back there. I'm gonna go down, paddle down that channel, and there's a short portage, goes to another lake, and that's the lake I'm really interested in. I got my fish finder with me, and I'm gonna map it out, see what the depths are. And there's a little bit of a rapids back there. I'll see if I can get close enough to take some good shots. The last time I was here, I wasn't able to get some good shots. It's kind of like down in a crevice in a rock. It's kind of dicey getting to the edge, but if I'm on the other side with the canoe, hopefully I can get some good footage. I'd like to. That'd be pretty cool. And tonight, we'll see. It's clouded over a little bit. Not sure if we're gonna have a nice orange sunset tonight or what, but tomorrow morning I'm hoping for a sunrise. The sunrise should hit me right in the tent, right in my open door. I'm planning to leave it open, leave the fly open, let a good breeze come in, and it's just beautiful out here right now. I should be able to just go to bed, have the fly right open, have a nice breeze coming off the lake, and it'd just be awesome. Good sleeping material. So I'm gonna shut it down and do some night fishing. We're gonna head back a little kind of where we came from and see if we can catch some supper. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to throw him back in. He's a slot size, that guy. What do we got? Oh, we got a bass. Our bass is really squirrely right now. Yeah. Yeah, come on. Oh, he's not done. There we go. Yeah, I lost my bait. You sucker. There you go. He's, you know what? I really want a fish fry. So, I know I normally don't keep a bass. He's borderline keeper for me anyways. Some people may find that absolute keepers, but bass has to be big to be worth keeping. Just because they don't much meat in them. But I'm not catching any walleye right now, so I'm going to keep them. Because if I can catch a couple more like him, that'll be a good supper. Because, well, quite frankly, I like eating bass. Not as much as walleye, but I like eating bass. Oh, that's going to be good. And my bannock is cooking on the rock. Once I'm done eating, I'm going to be boiling some water. I'll make sure to bring some water with me tomorrow. My bottle is almost empty. I got some purification tablets, but with that beaver house right across the way over there, I think I'd rather boil my water. I don't know. I just feel safer that way. Oh yeah, all that yumminess. I don't know what time it is, but here's my view out into the lake. There's a mist forming on the water. Just beautiful. The wind died right down. Misty's already in bed. I should zip up the tent. There's a few mosquitoes running in there after her. Overall, mosquitoes are good right now. I don't know if it's the rain or just the time of day, but right now they're not bothering. And black flies, they're all gone till tomorrow. Deer flies, they're gone till tomorrow. I got my plate here. Got some cedar branches in there. Acts like a paper towel sort of thing. I'll put my fish on there. Drain the excess fat, the excess oil. And then I cook up round 2. Hopefully by the time round 2 is done, my bannock will be done. And we're gonna eat good tonight. Ooh. This sucker here, it gets hot if you leave it on the pan. My God, I always forget to. Okay. Maybe I'll bring you back later when I'm eating. I don't know, we'll see. Okay, I had to bring you guys back in. Man, this is good. Look at that. Oh yeah. That right there. That is good. Hang on here. Okay, let's do double duties here. Since we're got the fire going, we might as well get water boiling. I want to purify some water. Like that. I'm probably gonna have to go get my gloves because those handles are gonna get hot. Get ready for tomorrow. And I'm gonna bring my pack. I got my a pack I use in the canoe all the time for my fishing gear. I'm gonna load that up with everything I need. Quick lunch, a couple of granola bars kind of thing, some pepperettes, and water, because I plan on being on the other lake for the entire day. And the weather forecast was for another really hot sunny day, so I want to stay hydrated. And I don't want to get out there and cut the trip short into this other lake that I want to go investigate. My guess is there's probably good fishing on that lake, because on the other side of the portage, there's actually a couple of boats there. And people do that. I've done that myself, where you find a little out of the way lake really hard to reach and get at, and you take the time, you drag an old beater, car topper, aluminum boat into a lake, and you just leave it there. And it's one of those things, if anybody wants to use it, it's there. You kind of like just be respectful about it and bring the boat back to where you found it. Try not to smash it up. So anyways, there's a couple of boats over there. So that's a sign that there's fishing to be had over there. Nobody leaves a boat on a lake that is not worth fishing. So I'm very hopeful. I struck out tonight with my walleye, but that's okay. I got my smallmouth bass, and you know what? I love my bass as well. So it wasn't all for nothing. I still want my walleye. Tomorrow's supper, we'll see. Maybe we'll have another fish fry if I'm lucky enough, or I don't know. I brought some food. We'll see. Oh yeah. Oh, that's good. So I'm probably gonna turn in early. I'm gonna sit by this fire for a little while, and so far I got plenty of wood for tonight. I'm not making a big fire. I'm sitting directly in front of it. It's funny how I've been in the sun all day long, hot. The sun goes down and it still feels good to actually sit by a fire. Yeah. You sure you want to go out there? Eh? And beavers are splashing around out there this morning, eh? Yeah. And it's got mosquitoes. Has a lot of mosquitoes. I'm buzzing. Yeah, big girl. We're gonna get eaten alive out there this morning. Yeah. Oh. Don't know what time it is, but it's gonna be a nice day. Okay, Misty. Move your nose, Misty. Okay, so we made it to the other lake. Made it across the portage. Misty, if you can move your nose, please. I'm going to show you this little narrow stream, not stream, but this little rapids. Hope the camera will pick it up okay. Nothing spectacular, but it is Northern Ontario beauty right there. There's tons of places like this that's really unknown. This is not a provincial park, this is Crown land. And on Crown land you got all kinds of features, natural features that are really unknown unless you're a local kind of thing, you know. A lot of these places are unspoken of in any books and magazines. But we definitely made it to our lake. We got some old structure on the shoreline here. Let's see what's going on. Looks like the remnants of an old cabin. Possibly. Yeah, those are definitely cabin walls right there. Yeah, it looks pretty old. I mean, it's not even plywood, it's all made out of boards. Stuff like that. It could be an old trapper's cabin, or it could be from the logging era. There's a lot of logging and mining that goes on back here. Yeah, it's pretty old. Those walls are all boarded up. There's no plywood, no chipboard. Yeah, it's probably an old trapper's cabin. Maybe we'll turn around, Misty. How about we turn around and go look for that fish that jumped. But first, we got a dead beaver house here. And I never, ever pass up a beaver house. Always throw a line into the beaver house. See what fish is hiding in there. And that's a little pike. And that is why never turn down a beaver house. Easy, fella. So, just an update on what's going on today. Been paddling for a few hours. Been catching small pike and bass all over the place. And I just scared off. I never ever seen it. Uh, there was a bald eagle on top of a tree, and I was so busy checking my GPS location because I'm in an area I've never been before. And there was a bald eagle perched up on a tree, and he flew away. Now I'm looking at him now. He went and perched on the top of another tree. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna move up on him, try to get him on video. And surprisingly, to me, when I was messing around with GPS, trying to pin my location out here, I come to realize I entered a section of the West Montreal canoe route. Ah, that bald eagle just took off. Yeah. Well, that's too bad. It would have been cool to catch him on camera. Anyways, that's cool. It's all about the wildlife. It's overcast today, and you know what? There's no flies, so I'll take it all day long. As long as it doesn't rain, I'm good. Oh yeah, whatever. Woohoo! Easy, you're going back. Freak out. Bye-bye. Come here, little guy. Oh, he just tossed my leech. Ha! There's one of the culprits that keep robbing me. Ow. Come here. Finally caught one of those little culprits that keeps stealing my bait. Nice fish. He's almost keeper size in the perch world, I guess. Bye-bye. Perfect. He did the dirty work for me. Hey. More of the same. This guy was a keeper last night. Not tonight. Not today. The big chunk of the Canadian shield right there. Pretty cool. Big rock face. Some Canadian wildlife. Hey, Misty. So, I'll talk about yesterday afternoon. I didn't do any filming whatsoever yesterday on account of it was so windy. I just felt that it would have been pointless. I think it would have been too much wind noise in the camera. So I didn't bother with that. And I really, it was a bit of a struggle. Friggin' smoke. And what I mean by struggle is along with the strong winds that kicked up, there was some questionable clouds that were rolling in and out, and it looked like it might have rained at any given time. But yesterday was a really good day. Caught tons of fish. Nothing of great value, but lots of action. It was all catch and release yesterday. And it was pretty cool because I got to do what I wanted to do, which is explore that one lake up there. And then I ended up going up another lake. I didn't expect to do that yesterday, but I actually went up and explored another lake and paddled around it as well. So that was pretty cool. But by the time I came back to the first lake, by the time I came back to this side of the portage is what I should say, the winds had picked up considerably, and it was a headwind. I was bang on, face first into the wind. It was a hard paddle. Well, it was a hard paddle because I was tired from paddling all day long. So I paddling all day long, and then the final leg of the day, here I am against the current and against a strong headwind. And it was strong enough that when I got back to camp here, I had whitecaps coming off the water. The shore here was getting hit with whitecaps. It was that windy. And it stayed like that right up till the time I went to bed. It was windy enough that I went through double the amount of fuel just while cooking supper and having coffee after supper. I literally burnt double the amount of fuel because that wind was just hitting up here. I had to build up my fire pit double in height to try to shield it from the wind so I can actually work with it. And I didn't bother with after supper, and there's no way I was going to go back out after. So I fished around the shoreline, right around the island here, and never caught nothing. But I certainly was not in any mood to go beat myself up in those high winds with the canoe. But it was a good production of the day. Got a lot accomplished. Had a good time out there. The weather cooperated. But it stayed windy. I don't know when the wind died down. I fell asleep and it was still windy. I had to add a few more rocks to the guy outlines for the rain fly on the tent. It was flapping in the wind too much. But you know what? The tent held out really good considering it's not staked out at all. So this morning the plan is have coffee. Maybe have a granola bar. I'm not cooking breakfast. I'm not a big breakfast eater. And slowly pack up and fish on my way off the lake. Head back home. Wish I could stay here longer, but ain't gonna happen. And the other thing as well is I've slept last night. I woke up twice with my inflatable mattress, my sleep pad, whatever you want to call it, completely flat. Twice I had to blow it up again. So it sprung a leak. That's the second time this thing springs a leak. It leaked last year and I repaired it. I found the leak and repaired it, but now it's leaking again. I think it's time to call it quits on that one, go buy something new. It's time for a replacement. It's been in the back country and a little bit a few times too many, and she's just worn out, I guess. Time for some new gear. Hey, Misty? What do you think about that? Misty slept more comfortable than I did. Yes, you did. Hey, big girl, come here. You got ice knots. Yuck. There you go. Oh, you got ice knots here too. There you go. Now you're pretty again. Yes, you are. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the kisses. Yes, thank you for the kisses. So, you know what? I'm going to call it quits for now, and I'll bring you guys back when I paddle out, I think. I go out on the lake. It's nice and calm out there on the water. It looks like it's going to be a nice day. Hopefully it stays nice and calm. I'll have a nice, slow, leisurely paddle on the way back home. So if you like the video you're watching, watch out for more of it. There's always something to be done out in the back country. See you later. Hey, there's my little island coming into view, and right there. I was home right there for the weekend.